could we want in the morning? I'm with cookbook author Antoni Porowski. You know him from the hit show Queer Eye. Well, now he's hosting a new Nat Geo show where he takes celebrities on culinary journeys, exploring their roots. It's called No Taste Like Home with Antoni Porowski. He's here now to tell us all about it. I'm so glad you are here.
Thank you for having me.
I love the show. Traveling the world, cooking along the way. This sounds like a total dream job.
Uncovering like family secrets and all these like key members in our history and just going through a whole journey through food.
And
like
also really,
dream.
you were just telling me about James Marsden in this episode where you're also just learning real history, American history, while traveling the world. What can viewers expect from the show?
I mean, I think, you know, for these actors who we've seen on screen play characters, to see them in like their human form, just kind of like living through this whole journey and uncovering these things, I think is like an interesting lens that we don't often get to see. And just kind of like learning that we all have like these common bonds of you know, our family history that kind of ties us together. It doesn't really matter where you're from in the world.
Right, and the viewer gets so much out of it because you get to travel, you get to learn great recipes, and you get a little history lesson all to boot with your favorite actors, and you, by the way.
There we go.
So I want to show one clip. This is Justin Theroux.
Okay.
You guys were in, I believe, Italy?
In Emilia-Romagna, northern Italy, yeah.
Let's take a look.
So I just found out that my great nonna is from this area, and family were farmers.
Surely she had chickens. In the past, you know, the animals, if they live like this in a natural way, with fruit, you are seeing what your grandmother was doing in the past.
I still think about those eggs. This woman fed watermelons to her chickens and oyster shells for the shells, and they were the brightest yolks I'd ever had in my life.
There is something about a European scrambled egg that's very different than American.
They hit very different.
So maybe it's watermelon. Now we know. I want to talk about a dish that you guys made that's very near and dear to Justin's heart. This is tortellini and brodo, which is basically a tortellini soup. We're going to make this. It's not hard if I'm doing it. And let's just get right to it because we have a lot to talk about.
So simple.
Okay.
So in a large stock pot, we have a whole chicken.
A whole chicken in a stock pot.
And
you were saying that the broth is critical here.
Very important.
And easy.
Super easy. It's really like a dump and wait.
A dump and wait.
Just made that up. So we have celery, carrot, and onion.
Otherwise known as?
A little mise en place.
Yes.
So it's all ready. And mirepoix would be the three elements.
Okay.
So mise en place is the setup, and then I love all this positive reinforcement we're getting.
Isn't that nice?
And then you just put some water in.
Why are there two different waters? Just because
it
there's that much?
It should be the bigger one, yeah. There's that much.
Okay. Well,
you're good. You're crushing it. You're crushing it.
Thanks. Okay, I'm going to just add a little bit more.
Excellent.
Tell me when.
You want to kind of like cover it up, so that's perfect.
All right, I'm going for it.
Great.
Okay, done.
And then you don't have to touch those, but bone marrow, really important, tons of collagen, tons of flavor.
So
you always want to skim the top.
These go into.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to do it.
There we go. Let's do it.
I'm just going to do it.
And then you're going to want to skim all of the foam that kind of comes on top, so you're going to have a beautiful, rich, clean broth.
Skim. And how long is that sitting? And
I would say like a good 3 hours, so that it's low and like bubbling like on a nice low heat.
Okay, there we go. Meantime, we're going to make the tortellini.
Okay.
And you promised us this is easy.
Yes. So this is the dish that that Justin's grandmother would make for him every Christmas, which actually originates from like Cento or the Bologna area. So there's a mix of pork loin, prosciutto, mortadella, and Parmigiano all mixed into this.
Okay, and can you get that mix at a butcher? Or you would have to make that yourself?
You kind of have to make it yourself.
Okay.
This is one of those like situations where you want to spend like the day in the kitchen.
Okay.
Like pick a good Sunday.
All right, I like that idea
So
though.
perfect little
Especially in the
pea-sized
winter.
amount.
A little pea-sized amount, and then in your little pasta square.
And then you have, if it dries out, you can use water just to help bind.
Okay.
And then you fold the front tip so it looks like a little cannoli.
Okay.
And then press on the top.
Press on the top.
There we go.
I'm just going to repeat everything you say. Crimp the sides.
You're doing it. You're crushing it.
All right.
Excellent. And then you kind of put your finger right here, and then you tie it up.
Oh, it's so cute. It's like a little bandana.
Yeah.
All right,
and it's a very forgiving dough.
All right, we are running out of time, so
Perfect.
Let's go. There's our broth.
Plop it into the broth.
It goes into the. Look at that.
They're going to tell you when they're ready. They're going to float up.
They float up. That's how you know it's ready. There you go. You've made a homemade soup that's delicious. Another episode. You're with Awkwafina, who we love, Emmy Award-winning actress. She's got a really interesting story that has roots in both China and Korea. So before you guys went to Korea, you stopped to visit her grandmother, who made this dish, which you're showing us super quickly because it's smells so good. Tell us about it.
So this is a traditional South Korean dish that Nora's Chinese-American paternal grandmother made her so that she could remember her mom, because she unfortunately lost her when she was 4 years old. So it comes together really quickly. Fermented black bean paste, and then you have some oyster sauce, sesame oil. Mix it all together. And then
and we're gonna eat. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give everybody the recipe, because I love talking to you so much that we ran out of time.
Oh no!
Come back again, please.
I want to come back. Sorry.
And I know that you also talked with our pal, our beloved James Longman. You can see that conversation and get these recipes on GoodMorningAmerica.com. And the show is so good. No Taste Like Home with Antoni Porowski premieres this Sunday, 9 p.m. 8 Central on Nat Geo. We're so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Streams the next day on Disney Plus and Hulu. I'm shaking a fork at it because I am going to eat.